Welcome back to a brand new PTCG live video. Today I'll be showcasing the new Reshiram EX from the newly released sets Black Bolt and White Flare. So with that being said, let's get into the deck list. Let's see which new cards we'll be running. So we do have the one copy of the Reshiram EX here. Very good for the late game as a attacker with that Blazing Burst attack. For the 2 fire 1 colorless, we can do 130 base damage and then 50 more damage for each prize card your opponent has taken. And to help us get Fire Energies into play, we do have the 2 copies of the Ethan's Holo EX for that golden flame ability, where once during your turn, you can attach up to 2 Fire Energy cards from your hand to one of your Ethan's benched Pokemon. And then to help us move energies around, we do have the 3/3 line of the Charcadet and Armarouge for that Fire Off ability. As often as you like during your turn, you can move a Fire Energy card from your bench Pokemon to your active Pokemon. Then we do have the one copy of the Budew here for that Itchy Pollen for some cheap item lock. We can do 10 base damage, and then during your opponent's next turn, they can't play any item cards. And then we do run the 2 copies of the Wellspring Mask Ogerpon EX here for that Torrential Pump attack. For the 1 water 2 colorless, we can do 100 base damage, and then we do have the option to shuffle the 3 energy cards attached to this Pokemon to do 120 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon. Then we do have the 1 copy of the Iron Hands EX here for that Amp You Very Much attack for the 120 base damage. If we can manage to take a knockout with this damage, we can take an extra prize card for this knockout. And we do run the 1 copy of the Lillie's Clefairy EX here for that Fairy Zone ability, mostly for the Dragapult EX matchup, where the weakness of your opponent's Dragon-type Pokemon is now Psychic-type. And then lastly, we do have the 1 copy of the Squawkabilly EX, where once during your turn, on the very first turn of the game, we can discard our hand to draw 6 new cards. And then moving on to our trainer cards, for our stadium cards, we have the 2 copies of Area 0, where each player who has a Terra Pokemon in play can have up to 8 benched Pokemon. And then for our supporters, we have the 2 Boss's Orders for gusting up one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. The 2 copies of Hilda, where you can search out your deck for an evolution Pokemon and an energy card as well as a special energy. 3 copies of Iono for draw support as well as hand disruption. And then lastly, we do have the 4 copies of the Professor's Research for some extra draw support. And then for our ace spec, we have the Legacy Energy. As long as this card is attached to a Pokemon, it provides 1 of every energy type to a Pokemon, as well as it does have the secondary effect that if that Pokemon is knocked out with the Legacy Energy in the active spot, that your opponent does take 1 prize cards fewer for this knockout. And then we do also have the 3 copies of the new Prism Energy from Black Bolt, and then for our basic energies, we have the 8 Fire Energies. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get into some games here. So not too bad of a starting hand. We can Nest Ball for Squawk and get a pretty good start here. We did win the coin toss. We decided to go first, had our opponent go second, and looks like no mulligans from neither one of us. And they open a Charmander, so very likely to Charizard Dragapult kind of deal. Let's get Squawk. Okay, it's not prized. Nice, we even get the Charcadet, Wellspring, Ogerpon, and Armarouge. Basically got everything we need here. Send turn. Yeah, I don't even know if they're still there. They play Iono. Yeah, that's kind of bad. 2 Armarouge at the bottom of the deck. Okay, we get Ultra Ball. That saves us. Precious Trolley. So, what do I get here? Charmander, 3 Duskull, as well as Tatsugiri. So that was a pretty lucky Iono for them to get Precious Trolley, and they even jet energy into the Tatsugiri. So now they're going to find a supporter card most likely for next turn. Yep, another Iono. And I guess we'll play Hilda here. Get Armarouge. Legacy Energy. No, let's get Latias, because we don't have to mute EX. Looks like I got prized. Should we go into Clefairy? Well, you know what? I think we can go into Wellspring Ogerpon here. And we should be able to use the Prism Energy here as well. Yeah. Now, is there anything Ultra Ball for? Nah, I'll save it for later. Let's go for the Torrential Pump. Probably just gonna take out the Charmander. Do I pick up Superior Energy Retrieval and Boss's Orders? So yeah, the Mew EX is still prized. Let's see, will they use Iono and then get Charizard EX into play? Because they can easily one-hit KO Ogerpon. It's pretty frail considering it's only 210 HP. Yeah, they do use Iono here. Hopefully maybe we can get some energy cards here, or research. Okay, that's pretty good. Dusclops. Yeah, there's a rare candy Charizard. You can even see the bench already expands before they even played it. So yeah, they get 3 Fire Energies here. They put one on Charmander. They're definitely gonna KO what's here. Think about my options here. I feel like if they only take 2 prize cards, that's still a little bit too little damage for our Reshiram. Because we would only do 230. Curse Blast. Hopefully we get something of the prizes. Yeah, let's go for Flip the Script. Yeah, I don't know. You know what, I think we're just gonna go into Charcadet here. And... yeah, let's pass. Let's see if they can find a boss here. Just see if we can just buy a turn. Rare candy. Oh wow, there's a Dusknoir. So they're definitely knocking out our Armarouge here. Hand counter catcher. For our Fezandipiti. Yeah, that is really lucky on their end that they got the Gusting option and Dusknoir. If we can get Armarouge and Reshiram, this can definitely work out. If not, we lose. Because now we can do a good chunk of damage because they've taken, what, 5 prize cards? Yeah, I was definitely not expecting counter catcher. Let's go into Latias. Let's see if we can make that comeback. Ultra Ball. Okay. I guess that's pretty good. Get rid of both of those. We'll definitely need Armarouge. Nice, we draw the Reshiram. We should have done it the reverse, where we picked up Reshiram, because we do have Night Stretcher. So yeah, we should clean up here. We should be able to do 330, I believe, or more. Yeah, 380 damage. Not too bad. Last 2 prize cards. Yeah, there's the Mew EX and a Research. There we go. So yeah, they won the coin toss. They decided to go first, had us go second, and they took 2 mulligans here also. Looks like they're going to be probably Ancient Box, maybe Great Tusk Mill. They do have Explorer's Guidance and Sada. So I'm kind of concerned this could be Great Tusk Mill. If so, I definitely want to use Iron Hands. 2 mulligans. Yes, this is a Great Tusk Mill. So I don't know if we want to use the Squawk here. But you know what? The Great Tusk only does, the Iron Hands only does 120. Yeah, I think we're gonna skip on the Squawk here. I feel like with Great Tusk you can't really put too many resources into play. And Iron Hands just can't take a one-hit KO. We don't have Future Capsule to get that extra 20 damage, I believe. Yes, they are going into Great Tusk here. Fighting Energy. And they do have a Fighting in discard, so they could use Sada, the Ultra Ball, for the Dunsparce. Yeah, there it is. So I'm going to draw 3. Yeah, of course, there's the Status Vitality. And also they're probably running all 4 counter catchers, another Dunsparce. Another runaway draw. See, there's Armarouge. Yeah, there's no point in setting up any of those. They go into Great Tusk. Okay, they do play Explorer's Guidance, so all they need is just 1 Fighting Energy off of that. Yeah, there's Artisan, so they're probably gonna get Dunsparce, I think. No, another Great Tusk. Earthen Vessel. Yeah, they get rid of Counter Catcher, because there's no point to gust up Mew EX here. Clefairy, yeah, no point of that. See what we draw here. Ethan's Hello EX. And they're gonna just keep getting Great Tusks here with that Artisan. Ultra Ball. Well, they have another supporter card here. Ooh, they let go of Hand Trimmer. They could have definitely used it. Because what do we have? 3, 6, 7, 8 cards. They could have got 3 cards discarded of the Hand Trimmer. They put down double the Dunsparce and then probably Artisan for a Great Tusk. No, they get another Dunsparce over Dunsparce. Yeah, they just concede here. So yeah, we won the coin toss, decided to go first, had our opponent go second. And really not the most ideal start, honestly. I feel like we won't be needing the Regigigas, but kind of unfortunate we couldn't get any way to search out the Squawk. We'll just pass. Looks like there's going to be a control deck with Crustle. They go for the Roto Stick. I get 2 supporters. And looks like it's not just Crustle. Looks like it's going to be the Marnie's Grimmsnarl EX as well. And they play the Petrol. So they're going to search out a trainer card to get Rare Candy. So I feel like we definitely have to use Iono here. And go for the Ascension into Crustle. Oh wow, they don't have a Crustle. Looks like they prized all of them. And let's put it out here 0. I feel like we're gonna go for Iono. Really bad we couldn't get a Charcadet on the first turn of the game. We do get it on the Iono. Yeah, I think we should go for the stop, maybe. Kind of lock them into the active spot. Because now that we basically have confirmation they don't have the Crustle in the deck, they're basically stuck with this Dweeble. See, they play Arven. So I feel like next turn I guess we Earthen Vessel, whatever we top deck, and then maybe Ultra Ball for the Armarouge. Rare Candy, Grimmsnarl EX. They even put the Air Balloon on the Dweeble. I'm not sure why, because they are retreat locked. Maybe they forgot. Hero's Cape on the Grimmsnarl. You know, now that I think about it, I don't think we have the Durant EX in this deck. We do not have... No, yeah, they don't find the Crustle. I don't know why they went for it again. Night Stretcher. Yeah, no, I feel like I really need the energy cards, honestly. Ultra Ball or Armarouge. Restart for 2. Yeah, I guess let's get rid of Charcadet. Yeah, kind of bad draw. We're not really getting what we need. They play Hilda. So they get an evolution Pokemon and a energy card. Could be a special energy as well. Frostlass and Dark Energy. Well, I guess we'll just snipe the Frostlass if we get a chance. Yeah, this is not really ideal for us. We should have had a way better setup because we didn't get the Charcadet on the first turn or the Squawk on the first turn. Pretty bad. Yeah, it looks like they ended their turn. I can't believe we draw Regigigas. Is there anything in Night Stretcher? Not really. I guess we'll just get the Charcadet. Just in case we want to set up another Armarouge. I don't know, should we bench Regigigas? Nah, we'll pass on that. Superior Energy Retrieval. Alright, not getting anything good here. Let's go for a Torrential Pump. Knock out the Frostlass. We gotta find something in this prize stack here. So we get Ultra Ball and Superior Energy Retrieval. Not much. Like, where are all of our fire energies? They gust us for the Mew EX. So yeah, they would knock us out anyways. Weakness or no weakness. Put 30 on Fezandipiti. No, let's Ultra Ball, get Armarouge. Flip the script for 3. Okay, I guess the Clefairy works. Then we can only get 1 energy with the... Hilda. Yeah, I think we're just gonna research here. See, I think for Reshiram we're up to 230 or something. Would it be worth getting the Reshiram? And now let's try the Reshiram here. I did forget, we do discard an energy card when we attack with the Blazing Burst. Okay, they do put down more Pekko. And they research. Pretty interesting. They get rid of Area 0. I wish we had a Squawk to get rid of. I don't know, let's get rid of the Ogerpon. 2 bench Pokemon. I guess maybe the Armarouge. They use Spike Move Gym, so they get an Impidimp. Yeah, they just go for the Shadow Bullet here. They put 30 on their Latias. I hope I don't set up another Grimmsnarl Night Stretcher. Yeah, I feel like really there's not much to get. See, 2 more prize cards. Armarouge and Fire. They go into more Peko. Let's see, what does this do? Spiky Wheel. Yeah, they definitely are not attacking that. Basically, their pivot. Will they get another Marnie's Grimmsnarl here? They play Clavel. Don't really see Clavel all that much in decks at all. 3 basics with 120 HP or less. So, I'm guessing maybe Snow Runs or Monkey Dory here. Because they have to be basics. Yeah, they can't be stage 1s. Yeah, they do get 2 Monkey Dories and the Maractus. I really do think we don't have any more Area 0 in the deck, so those were the only 2, unfortunately. They play Spike Move Gym. Something tells me they're gonna go into Maractus, but they already attached energy to Morpeko. Okay, looks like they pass here. Another Fire Energy. I feel like if we go for boss, we can just win this here, in my opinion. I'm gonna retreat down to the Ethan's Hollow EX. Fire off the 1 Fire Energy and then get some healing done here. And let's gust up the Morgrim. And we've healed 50 HP from each of our Pokemon. It's not too bad. See what we get here. Yeah, there's the Wellspring Ogerpon. They go into more Peko. Yeah, they just concede here. Well, those are all the games. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.